guarding your patients is if they have a pelvic band that you feel comfortable holding onto, you can use the pelvic band. If you're not comfortable holding onto the pelvic band, if you don't feel you have a good enough grip, then you'll get a gait belt. Okay? But the guarding is going to be, you're going to stand back into the side. Okay? Your outside leg follows their crutch. Your inside leg follows their legs. Okay? And you need to have one hand first on the shoulder. Now, what the books usually say is when you're holding onto the pelvic band, you want to be centered. What I usually do is come off to the side. The reason that I come off to the side is if she falls towards her right, if I have my hand on the outside of her pelvis, I can pull her back to me. Okay? Whereas if my hand is centered, I don't have the leverage as well to pull her back. With her size and my size, it doesn't matter, but if I'm walking with someone who's a lot bigger, it does matter. And let me tell you, the first person who was paraplegic that I actually walked with was a farmer whose tractor turned over. You remember these things like it was yesterday. And I was a student at what's used to be called it used to be called West Haverstraw, is now Helen Hayes. This guy was 6'4", and he had legs that were 5'2" of 6'4". So, and you really have to keep up, okay? So with a drag towards gait, okay? So put your crutches in front of you, put your weight on the crutches, and just drag a little bit towards. And I'm just going with her. When she rocks back, I rock back. That little rock, that's when she's getting her weight on her center of her feet, taking the weight off the crutches. So that looks pretty simple, right? It's a stable gait, okay? Okay, turn around. Okay, now if we do a swing towards gait, you'll take a little bit larger step with your crutch. And I'm still okay, because I don't want her feet to come anywhere near her crutches. So this still is a nice, stable, civilized gait. Okay? Okay, turn around. Okay, so now if we go for a swing through gait, okay, now her feet are going to come in front of her crutches. So I have one foot like this following her crutch. If her feet are going to come in front of her crutches, I have to be there. So you're going to be doing like a monster walk, okay? And if you're 6'3", it's really interesting. Okay, so go ahead. Here, you see I have to get my feet right next to her. Because if she jackknives backwards, I'm right here with my whole body, okay? So basically, you're walking with you're like this, you're walking like this, and like that, okay? And when you have somebody who is really moving right along, you can become short of breath. So because the people who do this now, who have learned how to do a swing through gait, it's a gait that takes you furthest with the least amount of energy. So you really have to keep up with it. Okay. So what we're going to do is get back into your partners, and we're going to